Welcome back to Tight Lines. Now, Lucy Bowden has what many anglers would consider the perfect job. She works for one of the most famous tackle companies in the world. Well, Lucy also organises a club for young fly anglers. So when she told us they were taking part in a friendly competition in her native Northumberland, we sent Andy forward to see what it was all about.
This is Chatton Trout Fishery, nestling in the foothills of the Cheviots in Northumberland, 20 miles from the Scottish border. And today it's the venue for the first ever Chatton Cup competition. It's held between two fly fishing clubs on a mission to preserve the legacy the sport has given to millions. Lucy Bowden started her club, Fishing for Everyone, to help encourage ladies to take up the sport. It's been such a success over the past 3 years, the club now has its own thriving junior section, where boys as well as girls can learn to fly fish.
It's great, I absolutely love it. Under 17s, men, well I should say men, boys and girls, under 17 is the junior section, and membership is free of charge.
And what do you think the sort of the children get from things like this?
I think a lot of different things. I mean, a lot of it is getting out and about, learning about nature. Fishing obviously is something totally new and totally different, but bringing it back into the classroom, certainly at school, it teaches kids discipline, you know, and it teaches them so much about the environment that, you know, sitting down at a computer screen you just would not learn about.
Fly fishing in the northeast has a massive history. So when former teacher Bob Smith found a problem, his love of fishing provided a solution.
13 years ago I was a teacher, and I taught geography and history, and I used to take the children away for residential weeks because Northumberland had a number of residential centres, and unfortunately they had to close them. So I had to come up with an idea of how to get the children out into the countryside, and I came out with the idea of having a trout fishing club, and I called it the Trout Ticklers.
The initial idea was to get kids and adults out of the town environment into a countryside environment and spending a little bit of quality time together, just enjoying each other's company. There's so many kids these days who don't get the chance to do anything like this.
I started with 6 children and 6 adults. The whole idea was bonding within the families, parents and children fishing together. And it just grew from there, really. And I think 13 years down the line, we've had something like nearly 800 children and, well, yeah, 800 children and parents fishing together. We've had 8 children fishing for England for the fly fishing team. And one of those has gone on to fish for the senior England team. So it's been a success story, really.
Today's event was designed to give these young anglers a chance to experience a competitive trout match. A dozen of them were fishing, representing their clubs, with the Chatton Cup at stake. The main prize was for the single biggest fish caught. Just getting a line out in these conditions was difficult enough, though. Although the sun was shining, there was a bitter wind blowing across the Scottish border, making it tough for these rookie anglers. But there was always a coach on hand to give them a tip or two on how to cope with difficult conditions.
Give us a secret then. How do you cast into a strong headwind?
The secret of casting into the strong headwind is a high cast at the back, put a hole in to speed the line up and fetch the rod tip down towards the water. Through the wind when you achieve that distance.
Sean O'Grady is the new chairman of the Trout Ticklers.
As a kid, I used to jump on my push bike and go away in the morning, first thing in the morning. It's half a dozen like that, on your bike and away out for the day. Now it's very seldom when you see people going out on their bikes, going away doing fishing. We try and do it so it's a family-orientated thing as opposed to it's just like an adult going along fishing. It is a children's fishing club, but we try to encourage the parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents coming along, you know, so it is a proper family orientated thing for to do.
How did you get involved in it?
from my daughter starting at the Hirst Park Middle School. That's how I started coming about with this sort of fishing.
What would you say to sort of friends of yours who don't fish, that, you know, what fishing can bring to you?
I get to spend time with my dad, so if their family brought them, it might be like quality time out with our parents, so we'll enjoy it that way.
You started fly fishing when you were very little, didn't you?
5, yes, I certainly did, and I think if there was something like this for me, I would have absolutely loved it. Not to say I didn't love going out fishing with my dad, but I think it's that element of mixing with other like-minded children who enjoy the same sport as you do, enjoy the countryside, enjoy getting out and about.
Oh, I think it's a really good opportunity for young people to get together, 2 different clubs coming together, getting to know each other and sharing an activity that's outside in fresh air in fantastic surroundings.
So, on to the serious business of finding a winner. And at last, Bob Smith's expertise helped one of these young competitors to land a fish. It's been hard today, hasn't it?
It's been so hard today. That wind and the sun. It's been really, really hard fishing conditions today. Yes, a lot of the kids have struggled quite a bit, and to be honest with you and I would too.
I see Bob's doing a little bit of assistance as well, which is always very important.
Bob's doing a great job there.
Bob, how's he doing?
He's doing brilliantly. Just nice slow retrieve, and then he's just playing the fish, gently, keeping a nice bend in the rod.
What's Bob done to change the way you're fishing? What's he done to help you get this fish on the line?
He's given me a different fly to try, and I'm fishing it differently to the other fly I was fishing earlier.
Tell us how. What have you done differently?
I'm fishing it slower, and
oh, that's a nice fish.
So here we can see the fly that Alfie had on first, which is a variant of a Christmas decoration. And here is the top secret fly that Bob's tied on straight away afterwards, which is a copper-headed bug. And it just goes to prove that that rule about bright fly, bright day doesn't always work, and that's the one that did the damage. And didn't Alfie do well with that? Brilliant stuff.
In total, there were just 6 fish caught on what would have been a tough day even for the most experienced fly angler. If it were easy though, would fishing be quite so attractive?
It's all about being successful, isn't it? You know, and having a challenge, because casting a fly isn't easy, and catching fish isn't easy, as we all know. We have difficulty sometimes catching fish with a fly. It's about seeing the children being happy. And you just look at their face, and the body language says everything.
This was one of 2 fish tempted by Alfie on the day with Bob's copper-headed bug. But the competition wasn't for the most fish caught.
Gone for the fish caught, which they've kept, which was the first one. And that goes to Kieran Richmond.
Well, I must say it's a real treat to see those youngsters getting stuck in and enjoying their sport. And all credit to Lucy and the Hirst Park Trout Ticklers for doing such great work. Up next.